What's up, everybody? Coming back for another Godzilla King of the Monsters official trailer. So I did my trailer reaction video earlier today. Got that posted. Now I want to do an actual trailer breakdown. This is going to be a fairly quick one. I'm not as in depth. I would say like on the actors and characters and different the human characters, that is. As some other YouTubers are that do a lot of cool Godzilla stuff. Like one of my favorite YouTubers right now, D-Man1954, does a lot of really cool stuff with Godzilla, and he does a really great like trailer breakdown, a lot of really cool kaiju news stuff. But I'm gonna do a trailer breakdown because there was a lot of really cool stuff to go through in this trailer. So we're going to check it out. Hopefully I can stop looking at my other screen over here and actually... So there's only a 2-minute trailer here. So we do have the blackout. So we have, I think this is Millie Bobby Brown. I think this is her character. Where she's trying to call for help. She's looking for Monarch on the radio waves. We've seen... This has been a big scene we've seen before. Yes. I can't remember if she's actually in Fenway Park where Ghidorah attacks or not. And from some of the other trailers where she's on top of that building and she runs to go back downstairs or whatever. I think this is that same place possibly, but I'm not 100% sure. This is an interesting scene right here, where we have the ocean. It's all the dead fish. I'm curious what's going to be the cause of that. I feel like it's probably Ghidorah's storm, because we got all these dead fish. I feel like probably Ghidorah's storm is just ravaging them as well. Poor fishies.
Is anyone there?
There's a cool shot of just people running. I think this is because this is where Rodan emerges from. So we've seen that flight footage right here of Rodan in the last trailer, which was absolutely phenomenal. Rodan was like the star of the last trailer. This time, like, all the monsters get like some great screen time, and it's fucking sick. It's just that destruction, just obliterating everything as it just flies by.
I'm trying to reach.
That's pretty sick. I'm interested in this shot here because this looks like Washington, D.C., because you got the monument there. It looks like the Capitol building. I'm curious what this plane is. I wonder if those up there are the same plane, boop, 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 all these little guys, or if this is a bigger, unique one. It kind of reminds me of the Super X of the Heisei series, or of the Heisei era of Godzilla. It'd be interesting to see them try to like create a Super X type vehicle. And you get all these cool tornadoes and stuff going too. These are apparently from Ghidorah, because he literally creates storms as he flies. It's really ridiculous. Hopefully the microphone's not picking up too much of the clicking and stuff. And you go back to this scene. Bobby Brown, the girl trying to contact Monarch, and she hears like basically people dying, it sounds like. Got the watery logos going. Alright. This scene seems interesting to me because, like, I know Rodan's supposed to be really huge, but like this looks like a wing here, and then so does this up here. And I don't think, like, I'm curious if there's two Rodans. If you've seen the original movie from like the 1960s or 70s, there were two Rodans that emerged, and I'm curious. Because it looks... God. It just looks like there's two. It looks like there's two to me. It looks like there's two Rodans to me. One here, and then one here. And then the rest of them, like, is just being covered up. This could be that plane that we just saw the inside of. I'm sure. Now this scene has me really curious. So, I'm curious, first of all, where this is. These look like oil refinery machines. I'm not very. I'm just kind of talking out of my ass at this point. But these look like oil refinery machines. These appendages here look very insect-like to me, and I don't think it's Mothra, because I don't think Mothra wasn't in this deserty. So it looks like the deserty area too, or at least somewhere with not a lot of greenery to it. Especially with the oil refinery stuff, it could be in the Middle East somewhere. I know Michael Dougherty, the director, did say that there were supposed to be unique monsters. So Godzilla, Mothra, King Ghidorah, and Rodan aren't the only monsters that are going to be in this. They're the only Toho monsters, but they're not going to be the only monsters. This, just because it's emerging out of the ground, it's really hard to tell what it is, because it just looks too insect-like to be Ghidorah. This one up here really looks like a spider leg to me. It really reminds me of the Spiga from Son of Godzilla. I know there's a Komonga, I think his name is. But yeah, that scene is like super interesting to me too. So that could be one of our new monsters. We have a couple shots of our characters. Got a Ghidorah frozen in ice again. This is a cool scene where they're. Whoop. I guess I'll skip that for now. Let's not talk about that scene. Let's talk about this scene. So it could possibly be that whole giant span is just one Rodan, because he looks pretty freaking massive in this scene here. He looks like he spans the entire volcano. This vehicle here, this is probably the inside of that cockpit that we saw earlier, because he looks huge there. So he could just be one. This is another really interesting one, because it's hard to tell what this is. So its shape kind of says Godzilla to me. And Godzilla has been known in previous iterations to be kind of a burrower. He can burrow underground, like in Godzilla versus King Kong, or King Kong versus Godzilla. But I don't think that's what it is. That could be something new as well. I was thinking maybe it's Ghidorah coming out of the ground. Well, Ghidorah's not in this space either. Ghidorah's like in the Arctic somewhere, frozen. So he's not going to be here coming out of the ground, I wouldn't think. I feel like that's either Godzilla or it's a new monster. We got some of the vehicles going into some of the temples. We got some more shots of like the people meeting. Whoop, that was a Mothra shot actually. Everything goes really quick. It's hard to get it. So this is one of the Monarch facilities that's housing Mothra in her larval form. You could tell that there's not a lot of animosity between Mothra and the humans, because they're just right there and they're just chill with it. In the previous trailer, we saw Millie Bobby Brown like reaching out to touch Mothra, which was really cool. And in this scene, this is a Mothra like with her glowing attack. You get a really cool sound effect for Mothra as well. Just her wingspan. This was by far probably the coolest scene in the entire... One of the cooler scenes in the trailer here. Where you just have Rodan just flying over. He looks really good. Yeah, he looks like old school, legit Rodan. As he flies over, like that guy staring up at him, that we're like a little kid looking up at our dad right here, basically. Watching Rodan fly over, and then you just see your dad just fly away. Holy crap. It's so cool. It's very cool. You just see all those people just get ripped away. And then now we have a scene from Fenway Park, so we can kind of put some of these scenes that we saw from the previous trailers together. I thought this was going to be Godzilla, but then you could tell like the tail swinging through. Like, oh nope, that's a Ghidorah tail. He's got a lot of spice. He looks really freaking. He looks hardcore crazy. You get a cool shot of his neck. He looks really well done. He looks like the original, like an original Ghidorah. Man, I'm just so excited they kept just true to like the nature of the kaiju. Thankfully, we got a cool director that is a Godzilla fan. You kind of have this scene again. This was kind of a scene we saw in the previous trailer, but now you can actually see Ghidorah instead of it just being a, whoops, shadow. He's pretty big. It looks like part of his tail right there. His other wing, like he's massive. He's a big boy. It's hard to tell. Like it looks like there's something up here, but I can't really tell. That's his wings. He does look like he's almost crawling on his wings, like one of those. I forget what type of dragon that is. He does look like he's actually standing on his wings there. This is a funny scene where they're like, our Verizon guys basically telling the government, but like, hey, we need to like be friends with some of them. Cool shot here. That is Dr. Serizawa going to see Godzilla. Maybe Godzilla's hurt. Because Godzilla looks like he's down for the count right there.
You're sure he's gonna be okay?
It's interesting to see it. Like, I wonder who she's talking about here. So it makes like with the thought of Godzilla being there, Millie. I forget the character's name. I'm pretty sure the actress is Millie Bobby Brown, but she says, "Oh, is he going to be okay?" Like, I wonder who she's talking about, because she's going to be talking about somebody. It's either her dad or probably Godzilla.
Okay.
Really cool shot of Godzilla swimming by the sub. Everybody's kind of freaked out. She looks really upset. This must be near where Ghidorah gets freed. I keep trying to freeze on that shot of Millie Bobby. Millie. Miss Brown here. I wonder... I'm curious where they're at. They could be near Godzilla, or they could be near Ghidorah here. Who does she see in the... There's a reflection in the mirror. Or in the glass. I'm gonna try to get it. I'm gonna try to get it, you guys. Oh, it's too hard to tell, I feel like. It's too hard to tell. There's something in the glass, though. And then you do have, like, this drop down from Ghidorah. You have all three of his heads go down. I'm not super excited with the head. Like, they look freaking phenomenal. But just the way they move and the way their mouths move and stuff, like, it really reminds me of Tremors, when the big worms, they would open their mouth and those tentacles would stick out. That's what it's like, just searing into my mind, and I think that's what's ruining it for me. Maybe I should have never watched those movies. They were great movies. They were really great movies, but, like, that's what that's reminded me of, and that's why I'm kind of not liking it, but I think it's still going to be really phenomenal. This summer, I'm curious. Let's go back. Let's look at all the cool stuff. I'm curious what this is. That could be that's somebody crashing to the ground in a ball of fire. That could be poor Mothra, or it could be Rodan. You do see here, like, this huge electrical storm, like, which is what, again, Ghidorah causes those electrical storms. So that could be something he knocked out of the sky. I'm curious whose feet these are. I'm not 100% sure. Like, I wanted to say they were Rodan's, but they don't look entirely the same from the other trailer where we saw Rodan attack that plane. And I think it was a different plane that he attacked. These could be Ghidorah feet, but they don't look like they're big enough to be Ghidorah feet either. So they're probably... I don't know, whoop. Kind of spoiling it there. Yeah, I watched the trailer already. You do see a little bit of a tail right here, so those could be Ghidorah's feet. I feel like they are Ghidorah's feet, because they got a lot more claws and stuff on them than Rodan's did. Then we have this really, really freaking cool shot of Mothra. We have this really cool shot of Mothra. I was somewhat worried when they started, like... Nope, I don't need those. Okay. I was slightly worried when they went on the Godzilla movie site, the Monarch website. They had a cave painting of Mothra. I was like, I don't know if that's going to be cool, but she looks pretty cool. it looks really cool. You got a lot of really cool colors in here. When the light changes, the colors change on it. Man, look how cool she looks. She's going down at something. You have this sweet shot of Godzilla across from King Ghidorah. God, he looks just so big. He's so big and so much taller than Godzilla is. It's really freaking cool. And again, it does, I don't know, it just moves, it moves very dragon-like. And I guess, you know, I've been watching Godzilla movies that obviously haven't had a lot of realism to them. Where this monster universe is, the MonsterVerse is trying to be like realistic as possible. I'm super happy with the way Ghidorah looks. I think it's just, you're just going to have to get used to its movement. I think is going to be the biggest thing. If you're a really old Godzilla fan like I am, or I mean, not an old, like if you're a fan of the older movies, I guess, you're just going to have to get used to its movements because we've been used to like puppetry for so long. You got a shot of Godzilla looking all mad, and got some ice shots. There's a really cool shot of. So you got Godzilla covered in dirt. This might be where he's facing off against Rodan, maybe. These guys are awfully scared. They're probably like seeing Ghidorah burst out of the ground for the ice for the first time. And then you have a really cool shot of one of Ghidorah's heads firing its electricity beams. Mia, go back to your video. Oh my god. And that's really cool. It looks like it's far left head. Looks like it's the left head. The head looks really cool. Like it's so well done. I'm so excited. So explosions happening. Really freaking sweet shot of Mothra here. Oh man, I'm glad I paused it on the perfect time. Mothra's face, she looks pissed. You get to see a lot of the fur. She's got a lot of that blue glow to her. She's got some cool, those look like antennae up there. And some mandibles. I like her little chirping noise. Okay, Mia. I love her little chirping noise she does. No, not you. She looks pissed. She looks hella pissed. She's going for something. Or the plane that flies on the ground. Sarazawa. Man, I really hope Sarazawa does not die. They're trying to fight. Who was that? Who was that? That looks like that big plane just crashing. There goes the Super X. It's hard to tell who that hand belongs to. Here's some shots of Rodan. He does a barrel roll. Dodge and shit. Ghidorah does look like he's walking on his hands in this scene. Or he could just be down and rushing at Godzilla too. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe he doesn't like walk. It just kind of has the illusion of it. Because like when you have this open shot right here, it looks like his wings are out and up. Which is pretty cool. This is such a cool shot. The rain, the dark blues and greens. The airplanes flying over. I hope we get to see like the government like flying along with Godzilla and fighting Ghidorah. It's gonna be fantastic. Oh, can I get a still of right where they collide there? Oh, that's so cool. It looks like Godzilla's grabbed two of his heads in the fight there. Man, it's gonna be so good. I'm so excited for this movie. Oh well. Okay. I've talked for a good 25 minutes or so. This is where I should probably cut it. Depending on, I don't know how long somebody's gonna sit and nerd out with me over this Godzilla trailer. Thank you guys so much for watching this other video. If you liked it, please be sure to like and subscribe. I do lots of different vlogs on just different stuff that I think is cool. So until next time, guys, please be kind to each other, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Logical high five.